Alright everybody, Baron here. So today, some more E3 footage to show off to you guys. I had the privilege of playing Bungie's Destiny 2 behind closed doors and get some recording on it. So what you're going to see is me playing Destiny 2. Now, quick introduction. I didn't play Destiny 1. I think I dabbled in it, played it maybe on a show floor for I don't know, a few minutes, but it was something about this idea of an RPG shooter that I don't know if I really bought into it. But this game is epic. I really enjoyed it. Listen to the voice actors. Do you guys recognize what series that there's a specific male voice and a specific female voice?
Cora, if you tell me this is a practical joke, well, it kills me to say it, but I would be really impressed.
Impressing you, Cade, is the easiest thing I'll do all day.
Let's get serious, people.
Zavala, this is my serious face. Can't you tell?
Cora, what have you got?
Someone or something has sabotaged the Skyline defense systems.
And comms have been spotty for the last few hours. Every sensor beyond the wall has gone dark.
Maybe it's just the storm. Maybe it's... What are the set feeds telling us?
Nothing.
Well, that's good, right?
No. I mean, they're not there. There are no satellites.
And that's not good.
Battle stations!
Noobs.
Everyone with me, now!
Hang on!
Well, how's that for an introduction, huh? So, real quick, one of my favorite games of all time was actually Halo 1 from back in the day, man. Back on Xbox Classic. Would you call it Xbox Classic? Because you can't call it Xbox One for naming reasons by Microsoft. But Halo 1. And one of the reasons... Alright, buddy. Alright. So, one of the reasons that I liked Halo 1 so much was because... Look at this. So this is me playing with the emotes. I jump into Destiny 2, and the first thing I decide to do is dance around. But yeah, I actually had a lot of fun with this. Anyway, yeah, so Halo 1 lured me in with its rich storyline. It was something I had never found in a video game up until that date. Just like a very heavily narrative-driven game in a sci-fi atmosphere, you know, that I could just buy into and imagine what it would be like. And it was just really fun. And I really loved the combat mechanics, just everything about that game, pretty much. I bought into Halo 1 hard. I was also at a young, impressionable age at the time, right?
What are the Cabal doing to the Traveler?
Look at this. Look at this. See, this is Bungie at its finest right here. So, a lot of you may be saying, Baron, you haven't played Destiny 1, you gotta do it. Maybe I should. You know, that would definitely be something I could get into. But look at this. This is just Bungie doing their thing, right? So, I'm very interested in this game, and I'm curious How many of you have played Destiny 1? How many of you are going to play Destiny 2? How many of you are just not interested, you know, quite frankly? What was interesting, and we're going to be going over this in the next COD World War II video, is a lot of people were very excited for it, and then a lot of people were not interested in the slightest. And that's just an interesting thing about games and game development over the years, is you can buy into a franchise and be all about it, and then just lose interest, you know? It's just the way the world goes, right? And just our interest, and as we develop as people, you know, what are our hobbies, what are our interests, what games are we going to be playing? E3 has been really interesting because I found like probably a good 10 to 12 titles that I'm really interested in playing, and it's a balance for me. Like, okay, well, I've got 2 YouTube channels. I also want to start streaming. Where do these games fit? Which ones will do well? And which ones will I enjoy? And if they're going to do well and I'm going to enjoy them, then I should play them, right? So it's like, how do you find that balance? Game developers, same kind of concept. How do you develop that, right? Bungie used to have Halo, and now Microsoft has it. And it's largely just, it's kind of like a ho-hum, at least for me personally. You know, after I think it was, what, Halo Fall of Reach? I was just like, yeah, whatever. Halo, you know? Whereas, like, Halo 1, I was just like, oh my god. I would read internet theories on who the Covenant were, what the Forerunner might be, you know, all kinds of crazy stuff, right? The good old days, man. Halo 1 and Call of Duty 1, my games, right? This is really cool, man. I love the atmosphere presented. I don't know what that thing on the planet is. I know that whole planet in the background is pretty crucial to the storyline of Destiny, but this is one of those things, like, I might just get lost in Destiny now after my experience playing this game. A lot of fun. It was really cool to be able to play it, and that was another opportunity afforded by you guys, you know, the community, and what we've done here. So cannot thank you enough for that. So anyway, this is going to be kind of a question. There's a number of games that I'm really wanting to play. Destiny 2, COD World War II, Star Wars Battlefront 2. Oh my gosh. And if I had to rank them right now, I would pick Star Wars Battlefront 2 hands down. Look at me. See, I'm not familiar with how you get power in this game. There's 3 different weapon types, one of which was power, and the power was like rocket launchers, snipers, and shotguns. All the really, really cool stuff. And I just ran out of ammunition for that relatively quickly, probably because they're some of the biggest hitting guns in the game. Yeah, so Star Wars Battlefront 2, Destiny 2, and then COD World War II. In terms of the shooter genre that I saw. Now, that being said, if COD World War II has a really compelling zombies game mode, you know I'm going to play it. So I'm trying to figure out, you know, how much time I'm going to be able to devote to those games. You know, how we're going to enjoy them as a community. Are we not? You know, are there going to be a few one-and-dones? Look at that. I got wrecked by some, like, orbital bombardment there. I had to get in that little shield circle. And a lot of this stuff is very reminiscent of Bungie games we've seen in the past, right? But I gotta say, had a lot of fun playing this. It's gorgeous, and a lot of times I found myself just kind of looking off at like the ships, and you know, kind of going back to my roots in Halo 1. Like Halo 1, I changed my control scheme. If you guys remember this is old school. I changed my control scheme to Boxer, where basically I used melee far more often than I ever used grenades. I don't know why I do this. It's just me having fun in this game. This robot is singing to me, so naturally I sit down in front of it and tell me the stories of your people, robot. And right here I was like, oh, I'm gonna melee all these guys, and this girl comes in, just kicks butt. Look at this ship. She's a little mad about it right now, so she's going to take the ship and kind of fly off into the sunset, as it were. But look at this ship in the background. I'm definitely going to do I do it here? Yeah. I'm like, ooh, look at that. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Now that's cool. And then these bad guys come in here and spoil my viewing party, but I check it out later. So, guys, E3 just ended. What are your top games? Man, out of the shooters, that would definitely be the order. Star Wars Battlefront 2, Destiny 2, Call of Duty, World War II. Do you see all the 2s there? We had a little bit of a theme. What's with the smoke coming off these ships? What are they, just pooping? because it's not coming out of the, you know, end, like like I was about to say, it's not coming from the flames directly out of the engines. It's just like these ships coming in like, we're gonna pollute everything, and maybe that's part of the lore that I'm just not familiar with yet, right? But the cool thing is, like, look at that. I love how these guys can explode if you shoot them in the tanks. But I love me some melee and Bungie games, dude. Hit them a few times, run up, finish them off with melee. That's my jam, dude. That reminds me of just like the prime of my FPS experience. You know when you're young and you got all those Twitch reflexes, and now I'm old. I'm an old wizened veteran. These guys with their jetpacks. I'm like, oh, you're gonna sneak up, and that guy's like, I see you. But yeah, good times, guys. Good times had by all. E3 was a lot of fun. So, what would be your top 10? Oh man, what would be your top 10 games from E3? I'm gonna come up with a list, but I know we have some good talking points to go over with COD World War II. I've got more Star Wars Battlefront 2 footage to show for you guys. This guy's pretty boss mode here. Nat, you dead. But really cool. So we're about a little over 50% done with the footage. Let's see some cutscenes, and this is gonna be it for me. Let me know your top 10, and I think I might make a video on it. But I definitely got a lot more to show with you guys. See you in the next video.
Zavala, picked up that Guardian you never showed up about?
Get them on that command ship, now!
Hold on back there! Come on, big guy. Do something. All right, Guardian. Time to kick him where it hurts.
Okay, the shield generator should be at the bottom of the ship. The shield generator should be straight ahead.